In this video, I'm going to lay out 3 things that you need to avoid or at least minimize if you have issues with tinnitus, eustachian tube dysfunction, or you're just having off balance and clogging in your ear. So let's get started with the first one. Number 1, a hair dryer. I'm not even going to turn it on for this video because it could do some harm as well, even through the video. A particular person that is a subscriber of this channel emailed me and told me that a provider recommended using a hair dryer to dry out potential fluid in that person's ear. I'm not going to make mention of the provider or the establishment, but it's this kind of information that's getting thrown out that's just terrible. Because if you use a hair dryer when you have issues with your ears, particularly tinnitus, the high frequency sound and the pressure that it emits out of this thing can cause more harm in your ears. It can give you more ringing, more buzzing, more hissing. It can also give you more clogging, more swishing sounds because of the air pressure being blown into the ear, and it's just not very effective. And see, these are the things that are being thrown out to all of you out there that are trying to find relief. If you're trying to dry up fluid in the ear, this is not the way to do it. There's other ways to do it. There's doing steam, using a humidifier. There's red light therapy here that will help bring a little bit of that warmth sensation without disrupting it with this high pressure, high frequency tool here. So if you need to blow dry your hair, I highly recommend using a low level setting. Some of them come with a low level setting, or you can simply use earplugs. Again, you got to be cautious with these kind of things because that minimizes the air pressure. Or you could just simply air dry. Yeah, I would definitely go with that route. But sometimes you got to get to work, you got to do things. I definitely understand. But if you do use it with caution and don't overdo it. Next thing you want to avoid is this thing right here. You really want to avoid using this. Q-tips over the years have changed in what they are used for, but I'm going to tell you they were never used for adult use in the ear, inside of the ear. Now that's a fun fact for you. We grew up using these in our ears and getting in there and cleaning, but we don't realize that. Look at this here. What happens is this cotton goes inside the ear, clogs your ear up worse than it already is. That little cotton coming off of there gets stuck in the ear, gets wedged way deep down inside the ear canal, and it can cause buildup of fluid. It can cause an ear infection. It can cause your earwax to be impacted. And then you ultimately will start having ETD symptoms. You'll start having the clogging sensations and all the things that you are trying to avoid having. So remember, this cotton is not meant for your ear. It gets stuck in there. And this is a good quality brand too. I mean, this is not just one I found. This is a brand new box I opened. And look, just using the ear, just doing this rotation causes it to do that, and it really gets tough when you have this stuck in your ear. This was originally for wounds. This was used for wounds. This was used for applying makeup, applications in different areas of the body. If you need to put something, if you had a scratch here on your hand or somewhere on the body, this is what it was used for. Never was used for adult ears. I say adult ears because some people do and have used this to clean around babies' ears. So it's not for us. We got to stop using it. We don't realize it, but we're packing in more problems into the ear. We're putting more stuff into the ear that's ultimately going to give us issues even down the line that we don't realize now, today, but later on you'll realize that this is the problem. This is what caused a lot of it. So avoid using this altogether. And number 3, this one's going to throw all of you off, is sipping hot beverages using a straw. When you sip hot beverages through a straw, you don't realize you're doing it, but because it's so hot, you're not drinking naturally. So you're kind of drinking more of in a pause, vacuum-like motion. So when you're doing that type of motion with your mouth, you're actually pushing that air through the ears and creating a vacuum effect with the air pressure. It's changing the air pressure. Also, when you sip through a straw, the heat from the straw, the heat from the hot beverage, is changing the temperature inside of the ear very rapidly, very directly. So you don't know this, but that's what these things are doing. Also, using the method of drinking out of a straw is causing your jaw to function a little bit differently as you drink out of the straw. So if you're dealing with tightness in the jaw area, in the mouth area, all of this region here is very important to be loose and to be not tense, of course. It's creating that kind of effect. Simply just trying to drink out of a straw. My recommendation is let whatever beverage that you're drinking cool off some, at least warm, not just very hot, but you wanted to let it cool off some, or just simply drink out of the cup. I mean, that's probably the best way. I know a lot of you people out there, you know, you want to protect the clarity of your teeth. You want to keep your teeth white. So when you drink coffee, you want to use a straw. I get it for stains and things like that. But when you have ETD and you have tinnitus, you have problems with the ears, these are just simple things that you have to kind of adjust for a little while so you can get through some of those tedious little, you know, spontaneous problems that are going to pop up, and you just don't want to deal with it. So honestly, that is my recommendation. I know a lot of you probably didn't catch or didn't think that drinking out of a straw could cause issues. It certainly can. So these are just little things that I've learned over the years that have come up. And when you have this very tedious condition, these are just the things that become very annoying very quickly that you have to go around and adjust. But if you really want to get rid of it and you don't want it to hang around any longer than it has, you just got to make these adjustments. So I hope this video was very helpful for you. If it was, please take time to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to bring content as often as possible. But in the meantime, I'm going to step out of the Jaye Wellness Studio and leave you in good hands with this video. Like anything else, folks, we're here to simply go back to the basics. Take care, everybody, and I will catch you in the next video.
What?